how to get in and how to get inside and how to get your game. But a nice little rush there from Kobayashi. So the reach is there and a nice return back from Wasuk.
Wasuk now has Kobayashi trying to break him down, avoiding the takedown. Nice sprawl there. And now winds up on top. Again, no strikes to the head of a downed opponent under the Calgary Commission amateur rules.
Excellent work there. That's little tiny details by Kobayashi. He was going to be giving away a mount position, which isn't the most advantageous position, but he was able to put it back to a guard by very good work with his knees. So excellent job there by Kobayashi to limit the damage of this takedown.
And really, Jeremy, Kobayashi is doing a good job from the bottom here of minimizing the potential for damage, or at least he was when I started the point, but he's got the wrists locked down of Wasuk, not allowing him to kind of posture up and land shots to the body.
Well, and again, here's some big shots being landed by Ali Wasuk, and it's one of those things, again, the rules for the Hard Knocks, for Calgary Commission under the amateur rules, you can't strike to the head, so that's why you're seeing these big body shots, even though the head is open. But the important thing is if you secure a takedown, you really need to stay busy, and that's what Ali Wasuk is doing.
Just able to muscle him up, trying to pop out of the guard a little bit, but unable to do so. But again, as you mentioned, Jeremy, Wasuk landing some good damaging shots from up top. Red marks on the side of Kobayashi's body from where those punches were landing. Sometimes when you see punches from the top, it's just purely a, I'm keeping busy, yes, judges, I'm working, kind of don't stand us up punch, but it seems like Wasuk's landing with some power here.
Well, it's one of those things that the round is only 3 minutes long, so if you can make some exclamation points like those big shots to the side and the abs of Tyler Kobayashi being thrown by Ali Wasuk, if you can make those exclamation points, you're going to win rounds. And so far, this round has been all Ali Wasuk.
Kobayashi was trying to sneak up there, Jeremy, maybe looking for a triangle or trying to catch one arm, but was unable to do so, had to back off. And as you mentioned, Wasuk has pretty much been on top for the last 2 minutes or so, but for an early rush from Kobayashi, that was the only offense he's really mounted in this round. And there's been a solid top round from Wasuk.
And these are big punches being landed, and the first round is over.
Kobayashi with a lot of fans here. Of course, not a surprise as a Calgary fighter in Calgary. Ali Wasuk promising to leave with some of those fans.
Well, any time that you can build up fans, especially as a young fighter, it's going to be a big advantage for you because the more fans you have, the more following, the more likely it is you're going to get a fight. Some good kicks back and forth from both these fighters.
Bit of a low blow there. The inside leg kick, a little too inside. And as a result, Tyler Kobayashi will get a couple minutes to rest.
It seems to happen at every single event.
At least once.
One shot.
Yeah. And of course, our crack replay team, well, yeah, that's pretty clear. No question about that one. He'll go and take his rest. And again, we'll bring out our lecture about making sure as a young fighter that you take the time and fully recover from this, because not an easy thing to do.
Well, this could be something that really is, it'll sound strange, this could be beneficial for Tyler Kobayashi because he's looking really stiff in there and he's looking as if he doesn't feel comfortable, but this might give him some time to just kind of take in what he's had from the beginning of the second round and the entirety of the first, and just take that in and try and process it so that he can come back a little bit looser. He looks very tight, obviously a very muscular fighter, but you can see that even when he's punching, he's throwing forward and it just looks like it's not loose yet. And so that's something that he'll continue to hopefully get better at throughout the fight. And it looks like he's ready to go here.
So both fighters are ready to resume hostilities here. Nice little touch of the gloves, knowing that no harm intended. A harm intended, but not that harm. 2.5 minutes to go in round two. In a fight that saw round one fairly well dominated by Ali Wasuk, and now seems to be pacing Looking for the counter punch there was Kobayashi, and now on a bit of a rush with Wasuk. Nice knee to the midsection. He's trying to take Kobayashi down. Kobayashi having none of it and trying a takedown of his own up against the cage.
Good overhook here by Ali Wasuk, and he's trying to slip in, and good work there by Kobayashi. As soon as he recognized that the guillotine was slipping in, he raised his head position back to the center of the chest of Ali Wasuk. But for Kobayashi to finish this takedown, he really needs to change his level and get those legs together. In the case that it is right now, where Wasuk is wide, he needs to switch to a single and try and take a single off the cage. But we'll see what he does here with 1 minute and 35 seconds remaining in round number 2 of 3.
Up against the cage is Ali Wasuk. Tyler Kobayashi pressing him up there, trying to find an advantage, knowing he's down a round, needing to find something here in round 2. Wasuk throwing him across the cage, Jeremy.
Perhaps that 10 pounds does make a difference.
Both fighters very methodical here in the early going. Trying to find their spot, trying to time their punches. It's unusual to see guys with this little cage experience use this game plan, Jeremy. Typically you see guys coming in, they're throwing from the waist, they're trying spinning back heel kicks, but these guys very patient, very well coached.
And Kobayashi is loading up that hand, and he's trying to find the timing of Ali Wasuk when he comes in. And so far, Wasuk has been doing a good job of just stutter stepping and trying to fake that shot to get it going. That's a good straight right hand from Ali Wasuk.
That one gets through the defenses. All the measuring earlier worked out for Ali Wasuk. And again, Wasuk keeps coming forward, Jeremy, and that plays into the minds of the judges as well.
Cage control, anything that makes it look like you're the dominant fighter.
Third and final round now underway. Ali Wasuk in the black shorts. The white trunks for Tyler Kobayashi.
There's a nice kick there from Ali Wasuk, and being pulled over, and I don't know whether that one got up high, but...
and Andy Social was in on that one immediately. So again, 2:40, almost the full third round to go. And now some life for Kobayashi. If he pulls out one round, he can pull out a draw. But if you're Kobayashi, obviously, you still want to get in and finish the fight.
Well, and there's a good instance that he got in, ate a knee, but he's in a really good position here. Needs to drop down before those legs get wide from Ali Wasuk. But you see the overhook on the left side for Ali Wasuk. It's called a whizzer. It's taking away the ability to drop down, because as the guy drops down, you're going to elevate the elbows. And that was a nice return kick, almost a little low on behalf of Tyler Kobayashi.
High on the inside side, but not high enough to cause any damage. Oh, and now a guillotine choke. This is how Wasuk ended his first fight. He is pulling with everything he has to try and take out Tyler Kobayashi.
And it is tight. And Andy Social right on top of it, because as it stands right now, I don't know if he can communicate whether he's being tough, but it looks like he's still there fighting through. Lots of pressure being put down on the neck right now from Ali Wasuk.
Wasuk trying to secure a second straight victory via guillotine. And you can see there, now it looks as though Kobayashi's pulling his head out, and he does, survives that submission attempt, and you can hear the crowd and how much they appreciate this young local fighter.
Well, he really needs to get busy now, because with that guillotine, that's put him in, Ali Wasuk in quite the lead of the round, and so it's going to be Tyler Kobayashi really having to push forward and land a lot of damage to be able to reverse the judges' decisions and be able to salvage a draw here.
He does have a minute to work. If he can continue to work, you may end up seeing the draw. Kobayashi continuing to land punches. Again, his very first fight in a cage anywhere. This is Ali Wasuk's Hard Knocks debut. And we see now trying to get out of it, trying to prevent any more damage as Ali Wasuk from the top. And you can see he looked up to check the clock. And now the chance of Tyler filling the Century Casino as they try and will their hometown boy to a victory. But very good defense on the ground here from Ali Wasuk.
This is something that Tyler Kobayashi, he really needs to just attack and try and get as much as he can. Here's an attempt at a Kimura, more of an attempt at a switch by Ali Wasuk. But here's 10 seconds where Kobayashi really needs to rain down some punches, try and change those judges' minds.
And again, no punches to the head of a downed opponent. This one's going to go to the judges' scorecards. First fight of the night goes all 3 rounds. Tyler Kobayashi, not a bad debut here, Jeremy.